Hold on.
Hello.
How we all doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing wonderful. Looks like we've got a few attendees on already. That's exciting.
Awesome.
All right, I'll go ahead and share my screen. We'll do the sound check, make sure everything cooperates. All right. Is that working?
Yay, there we go.
Perfect.
All righty. See nothing in the chat box yet. All right. Yeah, so we'll just hang tight. I've got a couple slides that'll just kind of rotate through as people start filtering in. So feel free to, go off camera, grab some coffee, whatever you need to do, and then I'll probably kind of fire it back up in about 5 minutes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. All right. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're dialing in from. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have a wonderful presentation all about one of my personal favorite places in the world, and that is Ireland. We are recording this webinar today, so if you do have to step away, take a call, do what you got to do, you can always access the recording and come back to us whenever you're able to. And the question box is open, so throw all of your burning questions about Ireland into the chat for our experts to answer. We'll have plenty of time for Q&A as we kind of close out the presentation. All right, now today we'll introduce you to Europe Express. If you're not too familiar with us, we'll give you a little context about who we are and what we do, and then I'll hand the mic over to our Ireland experts to fill you in on all of the amazing places and experiences your clients can have in Ireland. And then I'll share some of the really exciting new experiences and products that we've added to our portfolio to really enhance your client's Irish experience. We've got a brand new suggested itinerary to help inspire your clients. And then after a little bit of updates and news from us at Europe Express, we will open up for Q&A with our friends at Tourism Ireland. So if you're new to us, welcome again. My name is Kelsey Austin. I am your Europe expert and the host here at Europe Express. I have the awesome job of putting together all of our educational initiatives here at Europe Express, as well as a lot of our FAM programming. So I get to work with our friends at Tourism Ireland and many other partners across Europe to bring you all of the educational resources you need to sell Ireland and all the beautiful places in Europe that we offer. With me today, we've got some wonderful experts alongside me. Sarah Hamilton, you want to say hello?
Nope, once I unmute, hi everybody. Thank you for having us join today. Great to see some familiar names pop in, and lovely to meet anybody I haven't met before.
Hi everyone, my name's Tomas. I'm on the trade team here in New York, Tourism Ireland, and yeah, really looking forward to today's webinar.
All right, thank you guys. Well, we'll have them on the mic here in just a minute. Wanted to quickly run through who we are at Europe Express and how we can help you impress your clients. At Europe Express, our expertise and our passion is all about helping travel advisors like you build custom vacations that help you impress, connecting your clients with the history, the culture, the people, the natural beauty, and of course, the food throughout Europe. I travel with my tummy. I don't know about you all, but I know we've got some great foodie experiences to highlight coming up as well. We work exclusively with travel advisors. We are solely dedicated to your success, and we can handle all the elements of your client's itinerary. And our ultimate goal is to take that stress and that admin work out of the mix for you and help you impress your clients with the perfect trip. So we offer all of these components that you see here for your client's vacation, and that includes rail. I know that can be kind of a sticky point for some European itineraries. We can take that on board and off of your plate. If you're curious to learn more about this and do a deep dive into all these products and services, I recommend registering for one of our Introduction to Europe Express webinars, and we'll go through all of these different elements in a bit more detail on those introductory presentations. Now, as I mentioned, but it bears repeating, we are exclusive to travel advisors and have been. We've been around for over 30 years now. Europe Express started in 1990, and everything that we offer is focused on helping you sell and market Europe to your clients. I'd like to say all of the good stuff on our website is behind that agent login. There really isn't a whole lot for consumers, for your clients to see or access. All of the good stuff is there to help you sell Europe. And we are the Europe specialists. It's the only region that we offer. So we've been honing our craft and that expertise for many, many years. And you'll hear me say Europe specialists quite a bit in most of our trainings, because that's what we call our reservations agents, because they truly are specialists. They've lived, studied, traveled extensively throughout Europe, and bring all of that expertise and passion to every booking that they craft with you. We also have a dedicated private groups team. So if you do sell private groups, maybe do some cruise groups on the rivers or oceans of Europe, or if you're looking to move your business in that direction, definitely reach out to us for groups of 15 or more travelers. You will have a dedicated groups team helping you all the way through, not just the planning process, but the execution of the trip as well. So a lot of support on the private group side. And we do proudly hand select our products. We know in travel, this is a relationship business, and that is absolutely true for our product managers, our team over in Europe that focus on one specific region or destination and build relationships with our preferred hotels, our sightseeing vendors, transfer companies, really forging those relationships to ensure that the expectations that you have and we know your clients have are met every day. And always love to share with advisors that we do offer your clients support in destination. So this is the only time we would work with your clients instead of through you, the agent, directly, is if they are in Europe and maybe there was a train that was canceled, something goes on strike, whatever the case may be, they can pick up the phone and get support in real time, and you're not at the receiving end of that panicky phone call. Now, even if you're new to us at Europe Express, you may be familiar with some of our sister brands. We are part of the Travelopia family of brands. Each of us operate independently, focus on being the best at what we do, but we've got that great support of our parent company behind us. Now, if you have checked out our website anytime in the last year or so, I would say we've had quite a transformation on the tech side, a lot of improvements to our website, our tools and resources, our booking platform. But despite all of the great technological advancements, we do remain focused on being a people business. We have a business development team based across the country, and they're there to do exactly that: develop your business, meet you wherever you're at, and help you grow your business selling custom Europe. And of course, we wouldn't get anywhere without our amazing team over in Europe. We have an office in Barcelona, Spain, so they can really keep their fingers on the pulse of what's going on in Europe. They go out and manage all of our partnerships with our vendors across Europe, and also help operate that 24/7 support line for your clients. So these folks really are the heartbeat of what we do at Europe Express. Now, there are many ways to experience Europe, from river cruises and guided tours. There are no bad way to experience Europe, but there are some unique benefits to a tailor-made custom vacation in Europe, in my mind. And tailor-made is really the key element here, is that we custom craft each itinerary based on your client's personal interests and budget considerations. My idea of a dream trip to Ireland may look wholly different from Sarah's or yours or your clients. So there is no copy-paste, cookie-cutter itineraries here. We do build every itinerary from the ground up based on what your clients need. Custom is also great for the ability to depart any day and have your clients really maximize their time on vacation. With busy travel schedules, we've got conferences, the kids have the soccer camp. There's so many different competing priorities in our lives that sometimes those just don't line up perfectly with a fixed dated tour or cruise. So that ability to really cater the itinerary and the experience based on the time frame that your clients have to work with is a great benefit for custom travel. And custom really allows for immersive exploration. There are places in Europe that coaches or cruise lines just can't access. The Amalfi Coast has coach limitations, or places that are just further inland that coaches and river cruises can't reach. We could really help your clients connect to the heart of these destinations and travel off the beaten path a little bit, as we like to say. And custom travel is a great way to travel sustainably as well. We do put a lot of focus on partnering with hotels, sightseeing, and transfer vendors that are locally owned and operated. So always an awesome way to ensure that travel is a force for good. We could keep those travel dollars benefiting the communities that we visit and interact with in Europe. And we can truly cater to everyone. Ireland is a perfect example of this. Whatever your clients are into or curious about, whatever is sparking their interest and pulling at their heartstrings to visit Europe, we can match them up with some amazing experiences and destinations that suit their travel style. From foodie tours to art history walks, trips for multi-generational, family reunions are really big right now. Of course, romance and honeymoon. Ireland is an amazing destination for honeymooners. Pre and post cruise, absolutely. You can work with us for just those 2 or 3 night add-ons before or after a cruise. Film location travel has gotten really big lately as well. We like to say if Netflix is going there, we probably are too. I know Sarah and Tomas have some more notes on that as well. If your clients have done the Disney thing in the US, hit both parks, done a cruise, why not offer them Disneyland Paris? We can build a whole package around that. And of course, those beach and spa getaways. There's nothing like the amazing beaches in the Mediterranean region of Europe. But that's not what we're focusing on today. Today, it is all about the Emerald Isle. And I'm so excited to welcome Sarah and Tomas back to share more about all of the beautiful places and experiences on offer for your clients. All right, take it away, guys.
Thank you so much, Kelsey. We are delighted to be here and partner with you guys. And thank you everyone for joining. Ireland obviously holds a very special place in our heart. And we're just going to talk today a little bit about what it has to offer. I will have my lovely colleague Tomas jump in throughout the presentation as well. But just a massive thank you for taking your time out of your day today to join us. We really, really appreciate it. So just talking about the island of Ireland, right? What really sets us apart is the depth of authentic and enriching experiences you really can't find anywhere else. The immersive experiences offer a heady mixture of escape, adventure, solitude, and the opportunity to properly recharge, combined with a high-end quality product that offers a real journey of distinction. And it's really in the efforts of the people of the island of Ireland to promote, preserve, and generously share the local culture, whether it be through architecture or art or history and food. It's that help to keep the stories of the past alive, while really ensuring that new ones are being written every single day. And the island of Ireland, if you're not that familiar with it, if you've been there before or it is new to you, we are about the size of Maine, right? So we're not too big. But we've got a whole lot of heart, and there's so much to do, taste, and see on the island of Ireland. And we are the first stop into Europe, so we are absolutely thrilled with the air access that we have. We're very, very lucky that we have such gateways around the whole of the country. So no matter where you are, hop, skip, and jump across the Atlantic. If I'm here in the Northeast, in the New York office, and I'm home back to my family within 11 hours between my travel time and the flight time. So it really is a great stop for people who haven't been to Europe before. It's very quick over, or they're coming for the second or third time. So it's really great for if they're on the East Coast for just a short stay, or they want to come and spend, really getting the depth of it for the 14 nights that we would recommend if they're going to do the whole island of Ireland. But we're delighted with our air access. You can see here on the map here that's throughout the whole of the country. And this year we just launched from Detroit, in Nashville and Indianapolis. So that is fantastic. So if you're in those regions, we hope that you're happy to see that. Now moving on to our regions of Ireland, and I just briefly talked about the size of it, and we're very small. We've got a whole lot of heart there. And I will go through each area. So we've got Dublin, Ireland's ancient east, the hidden Heartlands, you'll be familiar with the Wild Atlantic Way, and Northern Ireland. So I'll talk briefly about each of the destinations. We're always here with the Europe Express as well. So if you want to get a deeper insight into what each region has to offer. So for starting with Dublin, it really is, Dublin's our capital city. And it's a city that's as intimate as a village and as friendly as an Irish pub, I say. So it's framed by these beautiful mountains and centered on a river and edged by a gorgeous bay. The city streets and the alleys are filled with vibrant art and historic buildings, hip cafes, and of course our traditional pubs that we have too. And when your guests come to Ireland, they'll walk the streets, and the island of Ireland is over 5,000 years old. So we have so much history on the island of Ireland. So that really echoes there when they're there. So be it from the Vikings myths with busy boutiques and cobble streets, or the sound of buskers and 18th century parks play host to festivals, films, and food markets, there is something for absolutely everyone. Oh, I forgot to mention, just on the air access as well, we do, so a lot of flights come into Dublin and then as well into Shannon too. We do have immigration customs takes place on the island of Ireland before coming back into the States. So it's really handy, quick through. But in Dublin as well, if we look outside the city, there's so much to do in the city. But even outside the city, it's social, it's packed with culture, creativity, and you'll see it in the city, the rolling nightlife, but even stepping out in the bay and going out to the coastal walks, the little villages and the wide sea views and the rugged mountain backdrops. There's something for everyone, either for if it's more adventurous clients who want to go hiking or biking or rock climbing, or someone just wants to have a leisurely walk out in the Holt, or maybe there's some people there who want to go and do a swim with the locals out in the 40-footer. If you watch Bad Sisters, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's adventure around every corner, so Dublin really has a fit for everyone. Now, we do have some sample ideas on Ireland.com that we would suggest, but working with the Europe Express, they'll put the whole package together for you. So maybe it's coming in to see the iconic sites, going to Trinity College, or hear the history in Glasnevin or Kilmainham, or else going looking at museums in Dublin too. So there's plenty to offer for every single type of visitor, no matter what age and no matter what interest they do have. So we went to Ireland's ancient east, just stepping outside of Dublin. And at first sight, it's like a tranquil and beautiful land, the rolling green hills, charming little towns and quiet waters, all framed by the River Shannon and the Irish Sea. But if you actually dig a little deeper into this area, you'll see it ripples over that 5,000 years of history that I talked about. There are characters, ancient mysteries, hidden stories, and old myths, and it's really exploring the Ireland's ancient east. It becomes part of your client story when they're there. So maybe it's going to see Newgrange, or maybe stepping inside that 5,000 monument. It's fantastic. It's really jaw-dropping. Or they want to go and see a 13th century lighthouse. But what it's really about is seeing history from the inside out and riding the waves if they want to go down over to Spike Island to see the original Alcatraz down, or the Ireland's Alcatraz we call it, down in Cork, up, or they want to walk in the footsteps of the Vikings through the narrow streets in Waterford, or they want or go to the Hill of Taramee. There's so much to offer there. And a trip around Ireland's east really brings the history to life against beautiful background, and you get to peel back into the past. So, for example, we have on Ireland.com, we have a couple of things, again, working with Europe Express and Kelsey, they'll put together for you. So maybe going to Powerscourt, over to going to the Rocket Castle, or then this National Stud, which is fantastic as well. And there's so much to offer there, be it shopping in Kildare Village, and then going to National Stud, staying in the beautiful properties. There's something for everyone. Now, if we escape into nature and go to Ireland's hidden heartlands, and it's this sandy sheen of a quiet canal that cuts through the rolling green hills, and it's the walking trails that weave through these beachy boglands that we have, where they used to have these Celtic rituals that once take place, and it's absolutely fantastic. There's a connection to both water and to land, and it's pure beauty. And it's it's a destination that really basks in nature. And Tim also talked a bit about Ireland and Rush and taking in that time as well, and those under the radar experiences that really feel like you're getting into the absolute heart of the heartlands. And it's fantastic way between lakes and canals, walk century-old paths, see historic abbeys and monasteries. There's something for everyone. So again, on Ireland.com, we have a couple of things that we would suggest to do when you're there as well. And this is great if you're heading over to the west coast too, or down south, or heading up north. You can hit all these spots. So maybe it's going to a Forest Park, or going to Callao or Lougher, whatever it is. They're something for everyone, and really get into the heart of the island of Ireland. Now, you may be familiar with the next region of Ireland, which is the Wild Atlantic Way. And this is about 1,500 miles long. It's a coastal road, and it is absolutely stunning. And from the wind-whipped tip of Malin Head up on the top of the island in County Donegal, the balmy beauty of Kinsale down in County Cork. And the rest of Ireland also will wow you with its epic landscapes and charm, also has these wonderful quiet moments as well. This is a place we say has inspired dreamers and drifters and poets and painters. And the landscape is what you see, like those thatch cottages and the stone walls and the broody mountains and those gorgeous beaches. And it's really getting off the beaten track, and of course having those unforgettable moments. So it's easy to feel why the wild that defines this coastline. It's everywhere, from the cliffs that we have, the cliffs of Moher crashing into the Atlantic waves. And it's absolutely incredible. But it also, this part of the country as well, has Connemara too. Some areas in this part and the Wild Atlantic Way still speak Irish Gaelic, which is nothing so special. One of my favorite things to do is go into a Gaeltacht, an Irish speaking area, and go in and sit in the pub and everyone's speaking Irish Gaelic. It's something so special. But it's more than it's about those connections. I just like with the people and the place. It's the local chat, and it's the warmth of a firelit pub or the tapping beat of a traditional music session. It's really absolutely something special. And there's something to offer differently along that Wild Atlantic Way. So some things that we would suggest there, again, working with Europe Express, they can put together. So going over to Galway, seeing the Burren, the cliffs of Moher, or up to Newped, the lighthouse, or over to Limerick as well. So there's something really for everyone. Now I'm going to touch on the last region, which is our Northern Ireland, and embrace your giant spirit, we say here. So guests come here and they can experience in Northern Ireland what we would call one of the greatest coastal drives in the world, up on the Causeway Coast. And it's probably the best place in the world to experience Halloween as well. If you haven't, if you don't know, Londonderry was actually the original the beginning of Halloween. So it's really cool to do festivals there. I'll talk about a little bit later. And Golf Digest has named it #1 golf course in the world, the Royal County Down. And there's Royal Portrush as well. There's some beautiful courses over the island of Ireland, but in Northern Ireland as well. But it's more than just the epic sights and the world-class experiences. There's a spirit there. This is a land that resounds from myths to Giant's Causeway, and it's got creativity. There's beautiful music scene in Belfast. We've got with the past meets the present. So the Titanic Museum. The Titanic was originally built there. You can go and hear the stories. The food is incredible as well. And it's something so spectacular. And even when going outside of Belfast, going and walking the 16th century walls of Londonderry, or paddle through the waters of Lough Erne. It's incredible. Or if you're into screen tourism, Game of Thrones, a lot of Game of Thrones is filmed in that area, so they can actually do a tour of that too. So again, we just have sample things that we would suggest to do in the island of Ireland. Go to Belfast, up to the Whitehead to Cushendun. Cushendun is actually where my daddy is from. To Ballycastle, to the Bushmill, to Dunluce Castle. There is really something for absolutely everyone. I touched on a little bit, about the activities and the great outdoors. So I'll go into that, but just to say that it's the people. It's the people of Ireland that have that warm Irish welcome to your guests that awaits wherever they stay, and it's the guides that are there, and they bring the destination to life. And it's a land, I say, it's a land full of character that has lots of characters that will bring it to life. And just talking about the great outdoors, we are known, it's a lush green landscapes often called the Emerald Isle, and that's for good reason. We have a very temperate climate and frequent, we do have rain, so that results in the beautiful green, the hills, the valleys and coastline. Talking about the temperature, if you're not too sure, we don't get too hot, we don't get too cold. I maybe have seen snow once or twice in my lifetime in Ireland, and we wouldn't have the heat we're having, like even today in New York, we wouldn't have that either. But so it's very temperate. So we are seeing people coming extending into the season because it doesn't get too hot or too cold. But just talking briefly about outdoor activities. I mean, take a look at these amazing landscapes that we have. And there's lots of adrenaline-fueled activities that, you know, if your clients want an adventure and, you know, they want to do some, they want to go walk the mountains in the morning, or they want to cycle a majestic greenways, or they want to make a splash in a number of water-based activities along a breathtaking coastline. There's so many, from adrenaline junkies going to Lockheed Forest or over to Carlingford Adventure, or maybe some slow travel enthusiasts who want to take a step back and immerse themselves in Ireland's natural beauty. So enjoying outdoor activities is a great way to travel sustainably too as well. So maybe foraging seaweed, a seaweed gardener. So there is something for everyone. And also, I just want to touch on our beautiful beaches that we have, and too, they're very unspoiled, and it's, you know, they're known for their beauty, golden sands, dramatic coastal landscapes, and some of the most notable beaches across the country. So your guests can maybe enjoy a horse ride, a trusted Irish cob or sports hotel, and it is in Northern Ireland, and maybe go and see some of the most iconic sites through Dunluce Castle, Carrigan Rope Bridge. It's really something very special. But I am going to stop talking for a moment, and I'm going to hand it over to Moss, and he's going to talk a little bit about golf.
Thanks very much, Sarah. And hello, everyone. My name's Tomas, and thanks very much for joining us today. So in the spirit of golf, I'm going to tee off with some of the many highlights on the island of Ireland. The island of Ireland is home to 400 golf courses, including world-famous championship links that regularly top international rankings, and welcomes over 240,000 golfers from around the world every year. In July, so next month, 2025, excitement will peak for the Open Championship, which will be returning to Royal Portrush, in one of the most breathtaking links courses in world golf. Looking ahead to 2027, Adair Manor in County Limerick will proudly host the Ryder Cup from the 13th to the 19th of September, bringing the world's eyes back to Ireland's Emerald fairways. From bucket list golf trips to a relaxed round on a hidden gem golf course, the island of Ireland has something to suit every swing. Now, I'll put the golf clubs down now and pick up the popcorn. We'll move on to Ireland's screen tourism scene. Ireland's screen tourism has so many opportunities, with fans travelling from around the world to walk in the footsteps of their favourite characters. Hit shows like Derry Girls have brought a large draw to the vibrant cities of Derry, Londonderry, while Hollywood blockbusters like Disenchanted and Star Wars The Last Jedi showcased the island's enchanting castles and epic coastal cliffs. The Banshees of Inisherin gave audiences a beautiful glimpse of the Wild Atlantic Way, and the Game of Thrones fans can explore filming locations and dedicated experiences across Northern Ireland, including the immersive studio tour that Sarah mentioned earlier in Branbridge, County Down. From rugged island seascapes to state-of-the-art film studios, Ireland offers an unmatched blend of storytelling and scenery that turns a visit into a cinematic adventure. So now I'll pass it back to you, Sarah, if that's okay, to showcase the great food that awaits you in Ireland.
Thank you, Tomas, and I love that map that shows all the film locations. It's so cool. So just going to talk about food. And food in Ireland isn't just about the taste, it's about the place, the land and the sea, and the people who created it. With abundant oceans and fertile green fields, Ireland's landscape translates into great local ingredients and produce, from maybe having seafood chowder by a fire in a wind-whipped coastal pub, or traditional Irish stews in the surrounds of an 18th century market, or maybe have an afternoon tea in a castle. Why not? Overlooking a lovely misty loch. Food in Ireland is, as I said, it's about the place. It's about the experience, the land and the sea, and the people who create it. And there is such a short distance from farm to table too. So the taste is incredible. Now, back in the day when I was growing up, we didn't have a great variety of food. It was the boiled potatoes, meat, some veggies, and my potatoes re-boiled. But thank goodness the Celtic culinary scene has dramatically changed over the last number of years. A lot of people that were finishing university and studied the culinary arts, they would have went to like different parts in Europe and across the world, and then brought these flavors back and opened these wonderful restaurants or food experiences, food tours, which is much to the delight of the locals. We do have some fabulous Michelin star restaurants across the island of Ireland as well. So in the Republic of Ireland and in Northern Ireland. So it's, there's chapter 1, Amshire, Chef's Table, and then maybe I can go on to name, there's loads of fabulous restaurants, Michelin star and non-Michelin star. They're gorgeous, and it's really not, it's not just the restaurants or pubs. We have the good food experiences. So as I just talked about, we've got the city-based street tours, wild food foraging experiences and food festivals such as the Galway Oyster Festival and the Armagh Food and Cider Weekend too. So food is a way of life in Ireland. I'm talking about food, we can't go on without mentioning our whiskey and gin. And there was a renaissance in Irish whiskey and gin with a huge growth in recent years. So there's a plethora, as you can see here, of distilleries on the island of Ireland. That marks its significant resurgence from the 1980s when we only had 2 active distilleries. So notably, many of these are the maturing spirits. So as whiskey requires, some minimum aging period to 3 years to be legally classified, we also have gin distilleries pop up. And gin is very, very popular at home in Ireland as well. You'll see many gin bars. Every bar, restaurant you go into, they'll have gin cocktails and experiences as well throughout the island of Ireland. And just moving on from that, we'll talk about some festivals as well. So festivals and events on the island of Ireland. I talked a little bit about some food events that there is there, but we can't go on without talking about St. Patrick's Day Festival. And you may celebrate St. Patrick's Day. I think it's the only day in the whole year the whole world turns green, and we're super, super proud of that. So it's a fantastic time. We do have guests come and enjoy, the week, the lead up or post the event. And they don't just come to Dublin. We have a fantastic parade that kicks off from Parnell Square in Dublin. There's like over 4,000 performers, including marching bands, dancers, artists from all around the world. And we also have some other events throughout the whole country. So maybe if you have clients, they want to come and enjoy the festival, but they don't want to go to Dublin, they can go to Galway, which is it's renowned for its creativity and vibrant performances, or Kilkenny that holds and Waterford as well. So throughout the whole island of Ireland, there's festivals and parties going on. So it's a great time to travel, and it's a day we're all very, very proud of. Here at Tourism Ireland, I think actually maybe every Irish person, we celebrate the whole month of March because we think we should be given more than one day. I'm going to move on to the next event that we have, and it's, as I mentioned briefly earlier, that Ireland is the home of Halloween. So that's in Northern Ireland in Derry, Londonderry. But again, there's events all around this, and Puka is one I want to talk about. And the Puka Festival it's in the Ireland's ancient East, and is rooted in mystical traditions of Samhain, which is an Irish word. So it's yet bringing with contemporary energy. This immersive festival that's in Ireland's ancient East, so over in Trim. And that boy, it really gets to invite the guests to see where folklore really comes alive. And they dance with like these outwardly creatures, as you see some there. They revel in the richness of Irish music and storytelling and experience Halloween in the most authentic form. And I said Halloween, again, it was in Derry, Londonderry, and this is the only place really that you want to come and party when it comes to Halloween. It's fantastic. It's the largest Halloween festival in Derry, Londonderry, and it celebrates the spirit of Samhain through its historic gates for like no other. So it happens over like 4 nights of the worlds of the past and present collide to bring a dazzling street celebration of all things spooky. It's incredible. So definitely people are coming, as I talked about, just come around to festivals and what they can offer. This will be in October, obviously. So people are coming around and celebrating when they're here too. And then just moving on to the next slide, just bring it up here. Some resources. So that was going to hand it back to Tomas, who will talk to you about that.
Thanks, Sarah. So yeah, just moving on to our resources. So our first resource would be our trade website, which provides you with information of Ireland, such as the latest news, events, touring suggestions, and much more. It's a great source if you need fresh ideas and practical information to promote Ireland as a holiday destination. Our Facebook page is excellent for staying up to date on the latest happenings in Ireland and to receive updates about various events such as these webinars and also all the other trade communications that we do. The images on our slides today were sourced from our content pool, which you can look up freely and download thousands of images and videos. And we also have Ireland.com, which is an excellent resource to get trip ideas, route planners, and top attractions. Then just moving on to Tourism Cares. Just in prioritising sustainability, Tourism Ireland, partnering with Tourism Cares has launched our meaningful travel map, as you can see here. This is a digital tool connecting the travel trade and visitors with authentic community-led experiences that prioritise sustainability and cultural connection on the island of Ireland. Moving on to Ireland Unrushed. In Ireland, slowing down, as Sarah had said, slowing down isn't doing less, it's feeling more. I love the example of being in the pub and listening to the local changa, which is the Irish word for language. And I think that really depicts the whole slowing down and kind of feeling the authentic Irish experience. As part of our recently launched Ireland Unrushed campaign for the month of June, we have prepared a toolkit which is available to download in the handout section of today's webinar. And this contains journeys across different regions of the island of Ireland, stunning images and many more resources that you can download and use. So I think we can now play our Ireland Unrushed video, which has, as I said, is just launched this month, and it really kind of captures the kind of slow and feeling more on the island of Ireland while you stay. Thanks very much, Kelsey, for playing that. So I don't believe there's any more slides from us, but I just want to say thanks very much for being with us today. And yeah, really happy and excited for this opportunity.
Thank you, guys. Well, if you're not inspired to visit Ireland and book some Ireland for your clients, I don't know what else will get that excitement up. Such stunning imagery. And thank you both so much for all of your insights and expertise. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have plenty of questions from our advisors coming up. But before we get to the Q&A, I did want to share, give you all a bit of a sneak peek into some new products and experiences that we have just added to our portfolio at Europe Express, as well as highlight, selfishly, a couple of my favorite stays in Ireland. Now, Dublin is absolutely a city full of music. Pubs have live music going all the time. And this Dublin walking music tour is a great way to kind of bring that to life and do a bit of a deep dive for your clients who are interested in music and history and culture. It's hosted by a real Dublin musicians, and they'll guide guests through the city's legendary music scene, from pop artists like U2 to traditional Irish ballads. This is a really neat tour that blends that history, performance, and the storytelling that truly shines in Irish traditional music. Heading out to Galway, we have this wonderful day trip featuring Connemara, a sheepdog show, and a medieval castle visit. This is great for families. It offers, really puts Ireland's rugged landscapes on show with some rich cultural experiences as well. Guests not only visit some stunning lakes and valleys on the way out to the sheepdog farm, well, they'll get to enjoy a live sheepdog demonstration. Big hit with the kids. So if you're looking at a family reunion type trip, highly recommend this experience. And then of course you get to step back in time and explore a medieval castle. This is a small group tour, so it really helps ensure this relaxed, immersive experience that's really scenic as well as really interactive. Now, coming back to the topic of all things food, you guys are making me really hungry. This new Dublin food trail tour really introduces clients to Ireland's ever-evolving culinary scene, as Sarah talked about, from those traditional dishes that we all know and love to these new creative takes on Irish fare and some fusion cuisine. Guests on this tour will get to visit a variety of local spots, trying everything from savory pies to sweet treats and a little bit of everything in between, and maybe get your clients out to some neighborhoods and regions of Dublin that they might not have stumbled onto on their own. Heading out west as well, Galway also has a great food scene. It's not just limited to the capital city of Dublin. This walking tour really highlights for your clients what the Galway food scene is all about. They've got a local expert leading the group through the bustling streets and the markets, sharing insights into Galway's amazing food culture, and of course, stopping for a bunch of samples at some of the top rated spots. Local cheeses, fresh oysters, award-winning breads. This is a really authentic and of course, very flavorful way to get introduced to Galway and Western Ireland. Now, it wouldn't be Ireland without a wee dram of whiskey. So this whiskey trail tour in Dublin is perfect for both the hardcore whiskey aficionados as well as first timers who are maybe not whiskey fans yet, but are curious to learn more because there's so much history baked into whiskey traditions in Ireland. So this Dublin-based trail explores the city through both the historic and the modern whiskey scene throughout the city. So participants get to try curated tastings at some of the renowned whiskey bars in the heart of Dublin, learning about the craft and the culture and all of the characters behind the spirit of whiskey. So it's a really engaging way to deepen your understanding or introduce your clients to the wide world of Irish whiskey. If your clients aren't drinkers, they can still have an amazing experience on this afternoon vintage bus tour. They get to have afternoon tea on this awesome vintage vehicle, a really quintessentially charming way to see Dublin. So you get to take in a lot of the important landmarks and sites while enjoying a spot of afternoon tea with some scones and sandwiches as well. A big hit with families as well. It's a really fun, memorable afternoon adventure. Speaking of adventure, Northern Ireland has plenty of adventure packed away. This popular tour packs quite a bit into one day trip, making it perfect if clients are pressed for time, wanting to still visit Northern Ireland if they're based in Dublin. So from Giant's Causeway to Dunluce Castle, the eerie beauty of the dark hedges where Game of Thrones was filmed. This is an amazing day tour. Clients also get to visit the Titanic Belfast Museum, which I was absolutely blown away by this museum when I got to go. So a wonderful day trip if clients are looking to explore outside of Dublin, but only have a day or so to spare. But of course, we do encourage you to talk to your clients about a more leisurely trip to Ireland, to take their time, really take in all of the amazing beauty around them. And I can think of no better place to do this than at Ashford Castle. This is an 800-year-old historic, beautiful luxury castle property. It's less than an hour away from Galway, but you are a million miles away from the rest of the world. All of the bedrooms are individually designed. It beautifully fuses that centuries-old charm with the modern-day luxury and amenities that your guests would expect from a luxury hotel. And outside of the hotel, there is so much to do. They don't even have to leave the grounds. They can do some horseback riding, falconry, fishing, golf, cycling. There's fine dining options. This really is a vacation all packed into one beautiful location in Western Ireland. For guests staying in Dublin, we love the Chancery. This is a new hotel partner, more in that 4-star range, which is what we tend to see the bulk of our bookings come in at. We're definitely growing our luxury product all the time. 4-star is still that sweet spot for us at Europe Express, and the Chancery is a perfect example of this. Only opened in 2024, right in the heart of Dublin, minutes away from Grafton Street. They have maintained these very high standards of sustainability, which we love to see. It has a really contemporary feel, high quality amenities and furnishings. There's a restaurant on site that serves very local food, lots of local produce and rotating menus. So a wonderful home base for clients who are going to be in Dublin. Now we have rolled out, you might have seen it if you follow us on social media, that we have launched a brand new suggested itinerary for Ireland. And these are simply just to inspire you and help you start that conversation with your clients. If they come to you and say, I want to go to Ireland, and they're not giving you much more detail or any other threads to pull, this is something that you could share with them to kind of walk them through this template of a good 7-day trip in Ireland. Of course, we absolutely recommend staying longer if they can, and really soak in each destination with a little bit more detail. But this is a wonderful kind of blueprint to start that conversation with your clients. It is a PDF of this is in the handout section of GoToWebinar, and I'll also show you where to access this on our website. So once you are logged in under destinations, just hit Ireland there. We've got that flagged for you, so you can see that we've got a new itinerary listed. And this is one of a few suggested itineraries, so this is not the end all be all for our suggested itineraries for Ireland, but this will give you and your clients a great kind of launching pad to get some ideas out there to then connect with our Europe specialist and build that awesome itinerary for your clients. All right, now as we wind up here, I want to showcase a couple resources for you and recent news. We have launched our Travel Advisor Reward Program. It's called Passport to Perks. It's only been out in the world for a few months now, and you earn rewards on every single booking that departs in 2025. If you are registered with us at Europe Express, you are automatically enrolled in this program. There's nothing that you need to do to track your booking numbers or keep track of your travel credit, nothing like that. We have a dashboard for you so you can see in real time how much you have in your travel credit bank, and then you earn these badges along the way as you move your way through the ranks. And to sweeten the deal, since we've just launched it this year, we want to help give you guys a leg up. Your first travel booking in 2025 will get you a bonus $100 travel credit. So nothing you need to do again to opt in for that. You will automatically be gifted that travel credit with your first booking that travels in calendar year 2025. But it all starts with registration. If you are new to us, definitely jump onto the registration form. You can access it through the QR code here on the screen, or simply by going to europeexpress.com. Even if you don't have a lot of Europe bookings yet, or you're just building your business, definitely worth getting registered in advance, so then you are in the system and you are all ready to go when those quote requests come your way. We are seeing quotes turned around in under 24 hours. So if you're already registered, then it's a very, very quick process to get that quote in your client's inbox. And speaking of which, there are 4 different ways to request a quote with us at Europe Express. We know not every travel advisor works 9 to 5, and so we wanted to make sure there are options that suit how your business runs, how you operate. You can email those quote requests to us. We do have a web request form. If you want to fill out that form and send it our way, you can. There is a online booking portal. If it's a destination you know well, we're all Ireland experts now, so you can always go into the portal and piece together an itinerary yourself, or give us a call as well. We're happy to have that consultation with you, learn more about you and your clients, what their needs are, and take the conversation from there. So here's a bit of contact information, just so you know when to contact us and what our numbers are. And of course, always recommend reaching out to your business development manager. We have a team across the country that are eager to connect with you and help you learn more about Europe Express and how we can help you build your custom Europe travel business. So that europeexpress.com/sales team link is a great place to go. You can find who your BDM is by state. And if you are part of a host or consortia where you're located in one state and your headquarters is located in another, we want to make sure that we have you working with the business development manager in the region where you're physically located, not your headquarters. So I'll leave this up here for just a minute to snap that QR code if you need. This will take you to a landing page where you can get registered if you need to do that and access some handy resources and get an introductory message out to your business development manager. Tell them Kelsey sent you and they'll be happy to pick up the phone and chat with you more about your travel business. So we'll leave on that slide for just a moment here, let everyone grab that link. I'm going to see what questions we have. I'm sure there are many. All right, let's see, where do we start? Oh my gosh, lots of questions. All right, Sarah, Tomas, are you ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Janice is asking, is there a minimum number of nights for bookings with Europe Express? There are not, actually. So if your clients just need, 2 nights in Dublin before, maybe boarding their cruise, or maybe they have family they're staying with, so they don't need all of the components for a booking. Yeah, no minimum nights or minimum dollar spend with us at Europe Express. All right, Diana asks, I have a client interested in Ireland, but she uses a walker. Is there any insights or info on accessibility when traveling in Ireland?
So yeah, that's a great question, and we're very accommodating for all accessibility. So we just work with Europe Express and just make sure they know like the experiences. So let's say, for example, if they want to do a tour, they can reach out in advance. And if they are traveling in a group or with somebody else, and maybe some part of the group or their family member, wherever their friend wants to go and do a hike, there's like up to like the Cliffs of Moher or something like that, and there's accessibility there. Or if they want to stay, there's usually a local cafe they can stay there while they're doing that intense walking. For example, like even the Blarney Castle, there's alternatives. But I would reach out to, when you're booking, talk to Europe Express and your local reservation agent, and they will have more information about the specific activities that they're doing. But it's very accessible, a very accessible country.
Yeah, absolutely, Sarah. If you let your specialist know as early on in the booking process as you can, we'll make sure that we're crafting that itinerary, to ensure that hotels have elevators, whatever accommodations your clients need. Always helps if we can, start from the beginning, knowing information like that. All right, Kathy asks, after Brexit, is it still easy to get from Belfast to Dublin by train?
By train, yeah, and it's, as I said, we're the size of Maine, so we're not that big, and a train ride from Dublin to Belfast is about 2 hours. So you're just straight up, and it's great. You wouldn't even know you're in the north of Ireland. We do have a different currency up there, but I will note that there's now an ETA, so it's like a visa that needs to be, when you're booking Europe Express, they can help you do that for everybody traveling. So you will need it if you're going into Northern Ireland to purchase that prior to entering the country. But it's so easy. You get up and you hop off, and it's no distance at all.
Yeah, good. Thank you for flagging the ETA, Sarah, because that is brand new for travel to the UK. But I can vouch for it. I've used the app. It was super quick and easy, and yeah, I got the ETA visa sorted within minutes. All right, Kim's asking more about where exactly the Heartlands are located. So let me pull that slide back up if Tomas and Sarah, you want to chat a little bit more about that region.
Yeah, Tomas, do you want to take this one? I'm happy either.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Heartlands that Sarah mentioned, it's kind of experiencing Ireland and the history from the inside out. So it's kind of down the spine of Ireland, and it's outside the busyness of Dublin. And it's a really kind of nice, tranquil area to kind of, slow down, feel more, and kind of see off the beaten path, but a path less traveled, but also just as worthy to be traveled. So yeah, it's just outside, kind of the greater Dublin area, and it's down kind of the spine of Ireland.
Spine of Ireland, that's a good way to frame it. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we don't have a map on the slide, but if I go back to,
yeah, and even you can jump on Ireland.com.
the
There's more
regions
information in there too.
There we go. Yeah, so here's, yeah, we'll zoom in a little bit here. So, so the Heartlands, we're looking at that green region right in the middle. Yeah, so hopefully that helps a little bit. This is asking about, yeah, excursions to whiskey distilleries. Absolutely. I only highlighted the whiskey trail tour in Dublin. That's just a new product to our portfolio, but we have a lot of pre-existing options for whiskey tours where they're going to the distillery, or some are just kind of in the tasting room. So there are a lot of options for whiskey fans heading to Ireland. Janice has been to 2 of the St. Patrick's Day parades. Awesome. She said they were fabulous. Kim's asking for the Facebook group link. So let me pull that up. I'll pop that in the chat, Kim. Let me give our experts here some more questions. Let's see. With the food tours or culinary experiences growing in Ireland, are there options for gluten sensitivities or other like food restrictions?
Yes, absolutely. Just make sure as well you know in advance that when your clients are coming, that they'll be able to accommodate them. But absolutely, for sure. And there's so many wonderful food, vegan, vegetarian. So just as they know ahead of time, that can be done for sure.
Yeah. All right. What else do we have here? Let's see, where can we access the video that was shown? So I think I'm on the right page for this already. All of the trade resources that Tomas shared. I think those would be the best place to start, I imagine, Tomas.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ireland.com as well is kind of, there's so much on there, from, like, as I said, route planners, to just kind of really understanding the regions of Ireland, and kind of the dynamics of the island. So yeah, I'd say Ireland.com as kind of your first stop, and then yes, our trade e-signs that go out. There's a link there on that slide to sign up for them. So they go out kind of with the recent happenings and events coming up. And then we also have webinars as well, which I host every month. And they vary themes from month to month. But they really they're a great way to kind of see the product on the ground. And that's not really, they're kind of like, it's not like what you'd see every day. So it's a really good opportunity to kind of see the smaller businesses and product that's really kind of that unique, the uniqueness that kind of like clients would be after in terms of bringing back stories to tell to friends and family.
Very cool. All right, Rita, definitely inspiring both for my clients and myself. Let's see. Oops, skip down. Let's see. Sorry, guys, my laptop is a little glitchy today. Yeah, definitely can't do the walking tours. It would be best with the scooter, but wasn't sure if those would work on cobblestone streets or some of the, you know, the parks and more natural areas. Can you guys speak to that a little bit? If traveling with a scooter?
Yeah, so again, work with Europe Express and the experiences that you want to be doing as well. And just once they know in advance and know more about depending what experience you want to do, they'll tell you how accessible it is and to accommodate that.
Perfect. All right, Sharon is asking, she's looking at taking a trip to Ireland in the fall. Is November a good time to visit? What should she expect or pack for weather-wise?
Yeah, it's a great time to visit. Anytime, it doesn't get too hot or too cold. I always recommend to dress like an onion so you can take off some layers. But November's a fantastic time. You've got, you know, those big peat fires and there's just a great buzz around, and it's a wonderful time. It's a quieter time. We're seeing an increase of people traveling through the Thanksgiving time as well. I was just back there in November for 2 weeks at the farm. It was fantastic, and you know, it's a great time. And that coming up the holiday season as well, so moving on and everything's decorated. It's wonderful.
Perfect. Sounds great to me. Yeah, I'll take a little cooler weather and have the place to myself any day. All right, Cheryl asks, will you ever book trains in Ireland? We are working on that, absolutely. That's been a big project for us at Europe Express, is to enhance and expand our partnerships so that we can be more comprehensive with rail, outside of continental Europe. So hang in there, Cheryl. I hope we'll have some answers for you soon. Tiffany asks, is the Connemara Sheepdog Show in Meeville Castle available currently? It is brand new product, so you all got a sneak peek to some of these tours and sightseeing experiences. So as far as I know, they are in the process of being loaded onto our website and into our system. If you have clients that you think would be a fit for this, absolutely let your specialists know. They'll be able to pull that into the booking, even if we don't have it in our website or agent facing materials. We can still pull it in if while we're still in the process of uploading all of the dates and information. Tiffany asked, does Europe Express offer discounted agent travel or FAMs? Yes, so we do offer travel agent rates, so you do get a discount traveling with us at Europe Express. You also earn travel cash through the Passport to Perks program, so every booking that you make with Europe Express, you're going to start accruing travel cash that you can utilize to offset the cost of travel with us. We do offer FAMs as well. You do need to be part of the Passport to Perks program to qualify for a FAM. So our initial tier is called the Ambassador tier with 40K in revenue, and that is the initial tier required to qualify for a FAM. With the new ETA requirement, do we advise our clients to do the ETA prior to booking flights or hotels, or better to have a booking first and then do the ETA? What do you guys think? I don't know if it matters. I think maybe you have to put in a travel date to the form, but I don't remember.
And yeah, if you know when you're going, because it lasts for a couple of years, and like if you want to go back for another trip in the UK as well. So if you know where you're going or your clients are going, you can go ahead and do it. I'm not too sure of your policy for Urban Express, what that works when they're doing, if they do it at the time of the flight booking or the booking. But yeah, if you know when you're going, I would, and you're working with a reservation agent, I would get it sorted. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So better book for their travel date so they know they've got more longevity on the ETA. That makes sense. Let's see. Just wondering, if we book a trip for someone, they get denied an ETA, what happens? I'm not sure, Lane, to be honest, since this is part of a government program. Yeah, I'm not sure how that would. What would happen there, but I haven't heard that being an issue for US travelers. Let's see. Yeah, I did my ETA today and it was approved in an hour. No dates required. Thank you, Janice. Perfect. Yeah, so you don't have to have your travel dates set in stone. That's very good to know. All right, so that's all the questions we have today. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us today. What a wonderful webinar. I learned so much. I hope you did too. Huge thank you to my friends from Tourism Ireland, Sarah and Tomas. It was amazing to have you with us and share so many amazing experiences and destinations in Ireland.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining and thank you for having us, Kelsey. And we look forward to rolling out the green carpet for everyone when they come to the island of Ireland.
Yeah, thanks a million, everybody. It's been brilliant being on here today. And yeah, 100%. You're welcome to Ireland anytime.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a good one.
Lovely.
Bye.
Thank you.